$1,000 day. How you feeling today?
Sis, I'm feeling incredible. I'm feeling incredible. And I had one of those all-nighters,
All
one of those
nighters.
all-nighters, and I probably slept for about 3 hours, but I'm feeling good.
That is awesome. Oh my God. I was dying to get you on an interview. We've been chatting for a minute. You've been so busy. And I'm like, man, you need to give me a little time slot so that I can, interview you and this awesomeness that's going on and with our group and everything that's happening. So I'm just going to ask you a couple questions and,
Mhm.
you just do you speak from the heart and
Yeah.
share with me where are you from and how did you get into the online world? Let me plug my laptop in while you answer that question.
Yeah, cool, cool, cool. So I come from New Zealand, actually. New Zealand. It's kind of like the sister country to Australia, and I live in the land down under
Uh-huh.
in sunny Brisbane, Australia, and I've been here for about 5 years now. I moved over here with my husband at the time and my son, and basically we moved over here to really start afresh and start a new life. And back in New Zealand, things weren't going down so well. Life wasn't that great. You know how life gets in the way. And,
Mm-hmm.
there was a lot of stuff that was happening behind the scenes, behind closed doors. And, I was working in what you call a conventional sales and extremely successful in the sales industry. I was running large teams and things like that. And I earned a great deal of money. I had the dream home. I had the dream car. Went on dream holidays, like living the dream,
The dream
literally.
life.
Literally, yeah. But behind closed doors, you know it was quite a different story. It was quite a different story. I was struggling with the likes of alcohol. I was struggling. I grew up being really exposed to domestic violence and things like that. So that was kind of like my go-to. I didn't know any different. I didn't know how to love me. Therefore, I didn't really know how to love others. And so behind closed doors in the marriage, although we were living the dream, it was quite the opposite. And so that didn't really work out. It all went downhill. So we moved over to Brisbane to start a new life. And again, it was really, really difficult. So it didn't work out. We separated and went through a divorce as well. And I literally hit rock bottom. And it was through that time of hitting rock bottom, I came to the end of myself, totally at the end of myself. I was depressed at work. I was just hit depression majorly. I drank more. I did what you do.
It was
When
like
you,
shit just hit the fan, right?
yeah, absolutely. And so I found myself, I found God, and I literally went to Bible college. But then during that
Oh,
time as a
wait.
student,
Let's talk about that. So you went to Bible college. So what made you go to Bible school? I mean, you're like the first person I know that went to Bible school. So tell me what made you want to do that?
I had to sort myself out, man. You know,
You got to get
I
right. You have
I
to go over there to get
really
right.
I had to get myself right, because you can have all this stuff, you can have everything in the world, but if you aren't right in yourself, and if you don't know how to love yourself, you
Boom.
can't love anyone else. You just
Yeah.
can't love anyone else, and you can't serve anyone else when you don't love yourself. You can't be of service to anyone, and you can't support others, and you can't encourage others. So you can't be that pillar of strength that everybody needs in order to be successful. So I had to get myself right with me, and I had to get myself right with God and right with a whole lot of people. Okay, I was not a nice person. And so, great journey, fantastic journey. But during that time as a student, I wanted to make some money, right? And so I discovered this thing called network marketing.
Oh my God. So tell us about that. Like how long ago did you try like your first company?
Yeah, so it was probably about, say, 3 years ago. I tried my first company. I spent thousands, guys. It was a H2 water company. I spent thousands, like, on this machine that converted your water to, alkaline water and stuff like that. And so I did all right there. I sold a few machines, which I thought was really, really successful, but it really wasn't.
Mhm.
And then I decided I saw this shiny object called supplements. And so I went chasing after that. And so I did the supplements, I did the antioxidants, I did the shakes, I did
Man, you
water.
done it all.
I was an MLM junkie because everyone else was doing really well. And I wanted to do really well too, because I thought, hey, I've smashed it in sales. I've made all this money before. I'm surely I can do this for myself. And one thing became really evident, sis, was I was really failing big time. I was not good. I was like, something's not going
It
on
was
here.
so different, right,
It
than the
was
conventional sales.
it was completely different. And I had no idea. I was pitching and selling. I was features and benefits. I said, hey guys, if you want to buy this water bottle, it is the most amazing water bottle ever. It's 750 mils. It's
Wait, wait,
purple.
wait, 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 wait. Have I got a deal for you? That's how I used to pitch too, man. I was the same freaking way. And every time we talk about things like that, Jose's so funny because he'll pull out a phone or anything. He'll be like, have I got a deal for you? You do not want to be that person, right? You do not want to be that person. So you was that person too, just like me?
I was that person. I was that guy. And I failed miserably. I just got rejected. I was harassing my friends and my family.
You probably got blocked too, because I got blocked so many times.
I did. I had people, like didn't want to be my friend anymore. And there were family members who were really just joining my business because they felt sorry for me. Mm-hmm. And then they couldn't maintain the monthly auto ships. They couldn't maintain the payments, and they couldn't keep up with the having to purchase the product each month. And so it sort of fell away. And so I was like, well, why is it that these top earners and all these companies are doing really, really well and I'm not? There's something missing. There's something really evident. And I just discovered that, we were never taught how to become top recruiters. We were never taught how to build relationship, because it's a completely different model, right? And so I was stuck in the features and benefits, have I got a deal for you? And literally, I just faced rejection. I got pushback. I then became really discouraged. Really discouraged. And I started feeling, doubting myself. And then you just go down the rabbit hole, right? And so it's really discouraging to go through that. So again, I prayed to God and I says, there has to be a way. There's got to be an answer to this. What is it? And he says, follow the lion and the eagle. I'm like, what? Follow the lion and the eagle. Anyway, I was researching online, and then I came across a millionaire mentor. He was doing this presentation.
So nobody told you about him? Like it was just you was online and and boom, he popped up. Somehow you connected.
I connected with him. God aligned us together. Yes. And I literally just went through. I saw that there was this lion, there was this eagle, all the dots connected. And so I just knew that I had to reach out to this millionaire mentor. And so I stalked him, as you do on Facebook. You stalk them, right? You're just like, man, who is this guy? What is he doing? And I reached out and I says, whatever it is you're doing, brother, I want in. No questions.
Like, I need to know.
I just, sign me up. So he was like, wow, this is cool. And so I literally signed up, into the Black Ops training. And, all I did, sis, was follow the simple steps. All I did was be coachable, because I was doing it wrong. I didn't know any better. So I was like, well, if he's got all the results, he's got all these students who have got phenomenal testimonials that just blew me away. When I saw that there was a 17-year-old kid who made 35 grand in their first month, I was like, is this for real? He hasn't even lived life, right?
I know. So that was kind of one of the first stories that I heard too when I kind of came on board. I was like, there is no way. I'm like, if a 17-year-old could do it, like, I know I could do this, right?
Come on. Amen. And that really shifted things for me. I thought, well, if he can do it, then I can do it as well. And all I did was follow the simple steps. It's literally laid out for you so that a 15-year-old, a 17-year-old can follow the steps. And if you are coachable, that is the key thing here with this. If you are coachable, if you're willing to surrender your know-it-all ego, right? Because we think we know it all sometimes.
We think we know it all, but we don't.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just had to humble myself and think, okay, well, show me the plan, show me the way. So the red carpet was literally rolled out. I was given a silver platter, and here it is. So they don't do all the work for you, but they show you the way, right?
Mm-hmm.
So don't
Step by step.
expect for anybody else to do the work for you. They just show, okay, here's the formula, here's the recipe to making this beautiful cake. So here are
Yes.
the ingredients, and you've got to put them together in this step, right? So like if you don't follow, like you made a cake, right? And if you don't follow the recipe, like you got to butter,
To
the
the
butter
T.
and the
Follow
sugar to,
everything
you
to
got to
the
follow it to the T, right? You don't mix the sugar with the cocoa at the beginning, or the dry ingredients with the wet ingredients. You've got to do it in order. And so if you do it your own way, it's going to come out a flop in, in the oven, right? It's not going
Yep.
to work out. But if you want this beautiful cake, you've got to follow it in the steps that they show and they teach it for a reason. They make seven figures for a reason. They know these strategies for a reason. And what I love about Black Ops as well is that it's a community of so much support. You're not on your own, right?
Yep.
It's more than just a strategy and a formula. It's a family who are just there backing you, who are just cheering for you, who are there to support you when you're going to have those days. You're going to have these moments, but to know that you can call on someone within the group. There's like 1,300 people globally, right? Going through,
Global. We are
global. We're a
global. Where
global
are you right now,
company.
Charlene?
Yeah, I'm in Brisbane, Australia.
Australia, and I'm in Orlando on the other side of the world.
Yeah. And because of the phenomenal platform that we have, which is Facebook, it's open 24/7, right? It's open 24/7. So that's not like any shop or retail or restaurant that you want to own. You can work anytime. And so last night I had an all-nighter, and I was able to connect with and, have people join from
So go,
Atlanta,
let's
Georgia.
rewind. Let's rewind. Let's rewind. Today, how much money you made today?
Yeah, 3,000 US dollars in eight
Oh
hours.
my goodness, girl. I have like freaking goosebumps here for you. So tell the world how you feeling right now. Are you feeling on top of the world?
I'm feeling amazing. It's incredible. In fact, Jennifer, I have cried so much, and everyone's like, "Why are you crying?" I says, "It is happy tears."
Yes.
If you would have known where I was, 13, 14 weeks ago, I was buying my groceries with my credit card. True story. I was praying and wondering where my next dollar was going to come from to pay for my rent. I didn't know where I was going to, help, just to cover the electricity bills and gas bills and things like that. So I was really stressed. I cried a lot, right, on the other side. But now I'm crying a lot on the fun side,
Tears
right?
now.
And it's tears because I've gone through it. I've been through it. And it says I didn't have the money to join when I started. I didn't. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to go and get it. I went and got it. I was like, right, I'm going to get it. I'm going to find it. I'm going to find it. And I
Because you
found it.
knew, you saw that there was a way. You knew that this was like a way out of that situation, and kind of like a little bit of about my story. Even though this is your interview, I didn't have the money either. Like me and Jose didn't have it either. So when you're talking about that, you figured it out because you knew there was a way. This was the way. That's what we
Yeah.
did too. Like Jose literally borrowed the money. We borrowed it from one of our friends, and
Yep.
we never looked back since. And
Yeah.
now what's our line? Now what? Let's see if you know that line. Now we don't have to worry about money ever again.
Ever again. Ever again. And, when I signed up, I had debt. I am now debt free, right? I've now cleared my mom's debt. My mom lives with me. She's now retired. Okay. My son, his education and his school fees are all up to date. And, within 8 days, I made $4,000. Within 2 weeks, I made $10,000. And
What? 2 weeks?
yeah,
Jeez.
yeah, man.
Congratulations, girl. You are killing it. God is so good. Like the doors of abundance had just like freaking open. And I just feel like,
Yeah.
God is putting the right people in our paths. And I love everything that's going on. I love watching you. And I'm just so happy for you. I'm like, man, I know that I got to get this girl to interview. Oh my God. So tell me, since you started the program, what's the total? How much have you made total?
I've made $40,000 now in total.
$40,000,
Yeah,
guys.
and that's in 10 weeks now. Yeah. Yeah.
$40,000. And
Yeah.
how much money did you have to spend on advertisement to make your 40,000?
Zero.
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 Is that all profit? Please share with the world.
100% profit. I don't
All
even know what a paid
profit,
ad
guys.
is. I don't even know what it is. I didn't even know how to do it, so we don't need to.
Look at that, man. That is freaking awesome. Most people don't even make half of that. The average American makes between 20 to 25,000 a year.
Yeah.
And sorry, you have kids, that's what happens. And so 40,000, man, that's amazing because average people don't make that. That's what I was saying. Okay, go ahead, go get your snack. Go. So sorry. I try to hide in the room. I forgot to lock the door. Can you lock the door? Sorry about that. My live
Yeah.
viewers over there, mama got 3 kids over here. So yeah, so 40 G's. Let's go back to that because the average American doesn't even make that, guys. And the possibilities are endless with Facebook, just like how Sharlene mentioned. In social media in general, not just Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, so many ways for you to connect with so many people from around the world. And I always tell people that I talk to that there's a million ways to make $1 million online.
Absolutely.
Another thing that I want to say before we hop off is one thing that I really cherish and learned from our millionaire mentor is that he has showed us how to diversify our income, how to invest into different things, how to invest into different programs that are working, not that are not working, obviously. They're guiding us along the way. And me, for example, like when I came into the program, I only had the program at the time, right? So now we have 4 online businesses. Jose's traveling in Detroit right now and another business venture. So we got like so much going on because of everything that we've learned through this program. It's been like the foundation of like everything else that we are into, right? How do you feel about that? Do you feel like it's a foundation for you too?
Absolutely, absolutely to everything, and I've even been able to create my own special sauce as well. Everyone wants to know what I'm doing, and yes, there's the millionaire mentoring and things like that. But a lot of people were reaching out to me because they want to connect with their spiritual self, because that's a really strong part of who I am. So
Mm-hmm.
you become comfortable in who you are. It's about you. You are created to become a leader in whatever you're passionate in. And like I've met people who are really passionate about their brand. Let's say they work for Unique or
Mm-hmm.
Rodent and Fields or something, and that nothing's going to change that. So the strategies that you can use can be applied to actually build, your leadership, your ranking, or to build your team or get team duplication. So it doesn't mean you have to join another business, guys. No, not at
Yeah.
all. It's about applying a strategy that's going to help you achieve your goal, your dream, and your vision. And that's what I love about this.
Me too.
Anybody can apply it. So it's just phenomenal. We all need
Yes.
it.
I know everybody needs it, even if you're not in this industry, because it's just overall you're gonna learn some life learned skills that are that can be transferred into anything in your personal life and your day life at work and your life with your kids. I mean, it's even helped me in my relationship with Jose. The
Yep.
stuff that we've been learning. So even that, besides business, it's like the whole package deal, guys. Like what we're doing right now, we're helping people become leaders, like Sharlene said, and kind of get the best out of them. And what I like to say is I love to help people build a business based on their passion, whatever they're into,
Yeah.
whatever it is. Like you mentioned, some people are all about their company. That's fine.
Yeah.
We're not telling you
Yeah.
to leave your company. We want to 10x that. We want to 10x your income. We want to 10x whatever you're doing right now. That is what we are about. So we want to give you those skills and give you that armor to go out there and rock out any business. That's what we're about. Oh my gosh, Sharlene. One more question before we hop off. If you can give an advice to anybody getting into the industry brand new, what would you tell them as a newbie? Where to start, what to do?
Get a millionaire mentor.
Oh my God. I knew you were going to say that because if people ask me that, that's my exact same answer because I was, prior to this, I suffered, the suffering pain time, 3.5 years. Okay. So 3.5 years of suffering and, going through pain and going through rejection, not knowing, thinking that I knew, like you mentioned in the beginning. And I just, I feel like I wasted all that time. So if I could turn back time 3.5 years ago, I would have got myself
Yes.
a mentor as well.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And guess what? I've actually paid thousands more dollars for some stupid coaching program that that was all
That
hyped
didn't do
up,
anything for
that
you.
didn't do anything for me, and I regret it big time. But I'm so glad that I've now actually spent probably less than I've ever spent on any sort of mentorship with anyone, and
And
actually
made the
got a
most.
massive return. Massive return. So get a millionaire mentor, throw your hat over the wall, man. Get on the fun side and just do it afraid. Do it anyway. It's
Take
going to
that leap
change
of
your
faith.
life. Yeah,
If you're watching this
absolutely.
live, somebody invited you. I know this was shared a couple times, so make sure you get with the person that invited you. Make sure if you're watching me that you message me because you want to be on board. You want to 10x your income, and you will never have to worry about money ever again once you get yourself a millionaire mentor, right, Sharlene?
Right.
All right, girl. Thank you for
Absolutely.
being here. Thank you so much, all the way from Australia. I can't wait to go over there and visit you because I'm
Uh,
definitely gonna go to the other side of the world. Me and Jose's been talking about it. It's right there in our dream board, even though it's back there you can't see it. But we are going to Australia, girl. So I'll
come
see you
on,
when
girl.
I see you.
Yeah, see ya.
Love you, girl. Have a good night.
Love ya. Bye.
Bye.